evening, friends. Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had an awesome weekend. And we are here for an Achieving Wellness segment. I thought we would do it under. And this is my lovely niece, Madison.
Hi.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
This is Madison's second visit to the channel, so this is spectacular. And
yeah, happy to be back. I asked to come back, didn't I?
You did ask to come back, which is, I mean, listen, as your aunt, nothing thrills me more than you want to hang out with me. So, what can I say about that? So, while people roll in to the chat and stuff, why don't you tell us how you're doing? What's going on? What's happening?
I'm doing good. I just moved back home yesterday from university. I mean, we still have one more trip to do next weekend because can't get everything in one run. I just moved back home and then kind of just settled in last night. Just tried to put some of my things away and set up my space. I've got my plants and my crystals, and we're gonna make a little Zen room in the spare room. So just kind of planting my roots and getting back into the swing of things here.
And how does that feel to come back home? It's okay. You can, I mean, it's just us here and a billion other people that might watch this.
I feel pretty normal right now, but I think, because I've come home for like weeks at a time. So we'll see, like once a week or so passes, it might feel weird that I don't have I'm not going to go back to school.
Right. Yeah. It's okay. You can come and visit Auntie Kelly.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just do a road trip.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a very exciting, sort of chapter in Madison's life. And most of you know that, I mentioned, once or 500 times that I was very proud of both of my nieces because one was graduating university, which is Madison, and the other one was graduating high school and starting university, which is Madison's sister. And I just couldn't be prouder of the both of you if I had it, birthed you myself. Seriously, I'm just like, no, seriously, it makes my heart smile to think of, the beautiful young ladies that you've both sort of grown into, and your achievements astound me. Like you're both so smart and so lovely and so compassionate. And specifically between Madison and I, we sort of feel that we share sort of a special bond beyond aunt and niece. And that is this intuitive sort of vibration, we'll call it, for lack of a better word, that we seem to have mutually developed between the two of us. And she reached out to me the other day and she said, Auntie Kelly, I'd really like to start using my cards more and, develop my intuition more. Do you think we could do a show on it? Can I come back to the channel? And I'm like, of course. You don't need an excuse, but yes.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to talk about. Let's say hi to some people in the chat, and then we will go ahead and start. We have Pia's Life in the chat. Hello, Pia. Hello. Teresa is in the house. Yes, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Definitely. We appreciate that. Patty, hello. And yes, I have your question starred. MK Karen, how are you doing, my friend? I'm so glad you're here. Nancy Riker is in the house. Thank you for being here, Nancy.
Hello.
Jessica Lynn. Liz is here. And Lady Silver 1111. You like that, right?
I love it.
Bims is in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Bims. JR is in the house. Thank you, my friend, for being here. Oh, you guys are just lovely. And of course, Uncle Mark is in the chat, as always. So, yes, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, you guys, the bell notification so you know whenever new videos are uploaded or new content. And I thank you all kindly for your support, your encouragement, your inspiration, your friendship. Y'all are just the best, really. And I want to say that what else do I want to say? I want to say something else. Don't you dislike that greatly when it just like sort of
Yeah.
yes, I remember now. So on
Yeah.
Wednesday at 2 p.m. I'll be back with Gerald from Turo Stash. So I hope you guys can tune in for that. And then Thursday at 7 p.m. I'll be back with Valerie from Illumination Portal. We'll be simulcasting to both channels, and we'll be talking about how to handle Mercury retrograde.
Ooh.
That's a real thing, friends.
Yeah.
Hi, Teresa. Pisces Greeter is in the house, giving the best hugs to everybody in the chat. Gotta love it. Okay, so we're talking about how to strengthen our intuition. And, you know, this is not, you know, just for Madison, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have been exercising your intuition, using your intuition, like, let's say, like how, you know, in the frame of reference that I do, I still want to continue to work that muscle. I need to continue to work that muscle. And so I don't think that it matters where you are, what stage you're at, where you fall on the map. I think that this conversation can be helpful to everyone. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons why I think it's great to have Maddie here, I mean, besides the obvious, because she's just beautiful to look at, isn't she, friends? That's why we're going to stare at Madison. No, I'm kidding.
Blush.
Oh, stop. You're beautiful. Is because whether you're new or you are a seasoned person, you can really benefit from sharing that information with others, practices, tools, tips, any of that kind of stuff, right? And so I want you guys to participate in this conversation. If you have anything to add, questions about how to strengthen your intuition, and then if we have time, we will do some readings. I've got Nancy Riker, and I also have Patty there, starred, and okay, got you, Liz. Okay. Everyone's saying how beautiful you are. Aw, you guys are all so nice. Okay, so now I don't want to put you on the spot, Maddie, but do you have a specific sort of like a specific starting point? Is there something that you want to know, or do you just want to like sort of dive in?
Well, maybe I should tell you why I originally messaged you. What was like the lighting? Like, okay, so I was painting with my roommates in our kitchen on like a little after work at like 8 o'clock or something. And obviously we've had experiences before where we feel like we're connected with nanny or other relatives that have passed, or even just like a sensing of like, we know something's going to happen and we just kind of comes to us in a dream or whatever it may be. But this was like something like I never experienced before. Like I was painting and all of a sudden I felt like I just had the flash of being in Nanny's basement as like a child. And like, I was like, it was the weirdest thing. And then I thought, she's here. I was like, she's here. Like immediately my sense was just, she's here. Like, and I didn't know why or like what the purpose was of it. Or maybe nothing, just to just say hi. But I just felt like, oh, she's here right now. I know she's in this room. And that was like, I've never had a feeling like that before. And so then I was like, ooh, maybe I should, you know, like, what's going on? Maybe I should start like listening to this more and like working on this more. And what can I do? I don't know. It seems kind of like there's so many things and I don't know where to start. So that was why I originally texted you.
Well, I have this little experience. First of all, I mean, that's fantastic that happened to you. So my initial response when you say that to me is that you were experiencing a leveling up. And what I mean by that is every once in a while, there'll be like an energetic shift, a spiritual sort of shift, if you will, where you will almost like, you know, you're in novice and you've moved up to junior. And you go from junior to like, honestly, I know it sounds a little crazy, but it literally is a shift. Yeah. Now there's two things that happened there, right? So one, you had that instant flash. Yes. Right. That's like a deja vu kind of moment, right? Now, I want to share with people, if it's okay, what used to happen in Nanny's basement.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about when you were little, I mean, you were like 2 or 3 years old when those instances would happen in Nanny's basement. Madison had a thing with mail. I can't really explain it. I don't really know what it was about. But anyway, so, you know, when you have like a magazine and you have those little cards in the magazine, we would all rip the cards out. We would give them to her, and she would run around and stick them through stuff or under stuff or in stuff or whatever. That was her thing. She wanted, I guess you might want to be a post person. I don't know. But anyway, so
funny.
On one particular visit to my mom's, like my sister, Madison's mom, and my mom, we were all in the basement, and Madison was down there, and we were doing the whole mail thing, right? She was running around in the basement, and the next thing we know, she was like yelling. Now, she wasn't screaming like she was in pain, but she was yelling out loud, and what she was saying was, no, stop it, no, I don't want to play with you, not now. We were like, what is going on? So she came over and we asked her, and this is what she told us. Now, there had been instances before, so it wasn't like a, what are you know, what's happening to her? We already kind of knew what was happening. And that is that she used to have visits, right?
I'm told. I don't really remember, but yeah.
Don't you? Okay. She would have visits from my cousin, who my sister, I mean, not that I wasn't close to my cousin, but my sister and my cousin were extremely close. And he would come to visit Madison, and you were a little tripped out about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of it happening probably about, I would say like 6 to 10 times. Right.
Wow.
I don't know if it happened to you more than that, but I mean, I was there for some of them when they would occur, right? And so the two things that happen in that moment is, one, the deja vu, taking you back, saying to you, right?
Yeah.
Madison, pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to that knowing, right? The second thing was the feeling of Nanny being around you.
Yeah, that was like no question, just this immediate, like, she's right here. And I was like,
Now, I want to say to you that I say to the people on the channel so often that if you're going to ask me for advice about how do you do this, how do you read cards, how do you listen to your intuition, and I will tell you, you've got to trust in it. Mm-hmm. I love that in that moment that you did not question it, you didn't second guess it, you just embraced it and went, yes.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that last time too, was like kind of questioning whether or not it's like instincts or another urge, or what, like, it's to not question it and just kind of roll with the punches and see how it goes. And yeah, I think I did do that, because that was like a day later I texted you and I was like, okay, we got to get going on this.
Now, just to like dot that, when you had that experience and you just knew that it was your, you know, that it was Nanny around you, how did that make you feel?
Like safe, protected. I felt like really calm, not like scared or anything like that. No.
Yeah. I want to tell you that you have the most beautiful pattern forming on your ceiling.
I know.
That literally looks like, to me, it looks like an angel.
Yeah, it's like the light is just coming in right now in the window, and I don't know, it's reflecting off something.
Well, it kind of is, because you're kind of like going all gold, which is just, I mean, it's like some kind of special effect that I couldn't make myself. This is lovely. I love it. That's Nanny hard at work right there.
Perfect timing.
Here's what I want to say. And I'd love it. I mean, this chat is to help all of us, because whether you use it for, you know, tossing cards, or to tune in a like a psychic or mediumship way, your intuition can really help to guide you and help you to navigate life, the obstacles, the challenges, the decisions that you make. Learning to trust it, learning to listen to it, and not really resisting it, can be helpful for all of us, no matter what you're doing, no matter, you know, what walk of life you're in. So I have a couple of things that I found on the internet that I thought were interesting. We're not going to go through all of them because it's a lot of information, but
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I gotta come to you because the internet's like full of everything and I don't know where to begin.
right, and that's and that's hard. So, um, first thing that I want to say, meditation, right? Helping to sort of align yourself, to sort of give yourself the opportunity to get quiet and sort of clear your mind will help to strengthen your ability to focus, right? It helps you to gain clarity and it helps you to focus. And that's really the goal. There's a lot of people that will get visions or will get messages during a meditation because they have literally turned everything else off. So they're very in tune, right?
Okay, yeah. I never
Something
really thought about it like that before, but that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. Well, I think because it's natural for us to question and
Yeah.
because we're so busy all the time that we're like, wait a minute, what? Like
Yeah.
by the time that we figure out that that was a thing, and then you're like, well, what was I just thinking? I don't, and you totally stress yourself
Yeah.
out. So in that moment of clarity, and sort of quietude, that's when that happens, and you're like, I know what that is. Now, if you were running around trying to feed the kids and trying to get an assignment done, or a task at work, or you're on the phone or something, you might not even recognize. You know what I mean? By the time that you realize what happened, it was too late. In terms of being able to sort of replay in your mind. Something else that you can do is you can work with your oracle cards, right? Test it out. There's lots of different ways to read. So I'm going to just show you like a small example of what I mean. Okay. So we're going to just take this deck that's on my desk. Well, I have a bunch of cards, you all know, but I'm like, hi, Ivana. Hi, Sonia. And yes, I have your questions, Sonia. And we'll get to those in just a moment, you guys. Thank you for your patience. So the first card that I have here is the well-being card. Okay. So when you look at this card, if you didn't have the word there, well-being, you could look at the card and think, okay, what do I see? What in this picture stands out to me? And everyone may pick out something totally different from another person. That doesn't make it wrong, because what you're doing is you're visually tuning into that. Okay. The second thing that you can do is you can look at the name on the card, the word, and you can say to yourself, okay, well-being. Now I tune into this card, and what about well-being speaks to me in this picture? Right? Is there anything about achieving overall well-being that is in this card visually that's going to help you to deliver a message? The third thing that you can do is go to like the guidebook that comes with 98% of these decks, and read in the guidebook the instructions or the information that is coordinated with this card. And the reason that you're doing all that is to give yourself information. That's all. Right? The more information you have, how do you feel when you have more information? Well, you feel like you have knowledge, right? The more knowledge you have, the more powerful you feel, right? Because you feel like you are prepared, right? You feel like you are protected. You have all the information, right? You're using all your resources. Think of your intuition as like the magician card in the tarot, for those of you that know tarot, right? Using the resources that you have at your disposal. So the resources that you have is the way that you learn, whether it's visually, whether it's, by reading the information in the guidebook, or whether it's just boom, there it is. What do I say? Right? Word association, well-being, self-care, self-love, all that kind of stuff. However you learn, apply that to the oracle cards. Now you can pull 3 cards in the morning, and at the end of the day, does it apply to the day that you had? It's a
Mhm.
great way to test your intuition, right? In the morning, this is what I got. This is what I thought. At the end of the day, this is what actually happened. Where am I?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So you can, it's not a test. Don't think of it as a test. It's really, you're strengthening that muscle, right?
Mhm.
I think that when it comes to cards, hi, Mystery Caller, and I did Starry Love. I think that when it comes to cards, a lot of people struggle with trying to put a story together.
Yeah.
And I know that most tarot readers will tell you that tarot does tell you a story. Oracle cards can tell you a story as well. Um, but I really encourage you not to get hooked up on that part, right?
Okay.
And the second thing I'm going to encourage you with, whether you're working with oracle cards, you're working with cartomancy, which is just playing cards, which is a real thing. You're working with tarot cards. Don't deal out 12 cards and then try to put it like don't do that. Don't do
That's
that.
too many.
Not graduating university here. We're like in grade two. You know what I mean? Like make
Yeah,
it real simple for yourself. Don't set yourself up is what
like
I'm
2
trying to
or
say.
3 maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay. That leads me to the next thing, which is feel more and think less. Now, that
Mhm.
goes against a lot of people's regular everyday thought pattern. And for entertainment purposes only, I wouldn't normally tell my niece to, feel more and think less. But to tune up your intuition is an energetic sort of works on the energetic vibration. So it's about the feeling, right? That's
Definitely.
why it's feel more, think less. That's what we're trying to achieve,
Yeah.
right? And everyone is going to react differently to the feel, whether you sense something, whether you hear something, maybe you smell something, right? Maybe you feel physically some
Mhm.
sort of trait as to whatever it is that you're picking up. Maybe you feel tingles, or you might feel cold, or you might feel hot. Maybe the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, whatever it might be. Allow yourself to tune in and feel. And that requires us, again, sort of about the meditation part, to like
Yeah.
really stop and assess. I say all the time about checking in with yourself. It's about checking on your intuition. So you just get quiet and go, okay, how do I feel about that? There is no wrong answer.
Mhm.
And I can't stress that enough. There's no wrong answer. Your intuition is your intuition. And you've got to learn to trust it as you did in that moment, right?
Yeah.
And as you work to strengthen that muscle, you will develop an even greater appreciation and trust for it. It's very
Definitely.
much a sort of hand in hand kind of working relationship, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
recently I've been doing a little meditation, but like a really simple one. Like you don't have to sit down and like, have a whole ritual. You can just stop and just I love the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have you heard of that one? You think of
yes.
5 things you can
Yeah.
feel and 4 things you can see, and it's great. Just
Yeah.
grounds you in the moment.
Yeah. Hi, Nancy. Um, all right. Just a couple more things. When you go into like a crowded place, right? Like a restaurant, doctor's office, shopping mall, that's not really a great place to do this. This is more a place where, maybe you are in the lunchroom and someone comes in, or maybe you are on a walk and someone walks by. Maybe you're watching TV, watching an interview or something, right? Of a famous person, it doesn't matter. Put it on mute, close your eyes in the situation, like look at them and just sort of, like not in a weird way, you guys, right? Don't get all stalkerish, but try to allow yourself to tune in to that person
Hmm.
and just see what you feel. Are they a good person? Are they a sensitive person? Are they a funny person? You know what I mean? Like that kind of
Yeah.
vibe. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Yes. It's so the other day that I was mentioning about your dad. So that was Madison's dad. My brother-in-law was in the Northwest Territories, and they were ravaged with
Yeah.
the wildfires, and now they've moved into British Columbia. They're all across Canada, which is the unfortunate part.
Mhm.
We're not close to them, but we are getting the smoke from them.
Yeah.
We had an air quality just the other day, right?
Yeah, no, the air quality is definitely low. Some days you come out too and it's more smoky than others, so it
Yeah,
just kind of
yeah.
depends on
But
the day.
my Madison's dad,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law, is home safe and sound, and
Yes,
we
he came
thank
home
everyone
this
for all the
morning.
prayers. Yay!
Yeah, mom
Okay,
was
so
saying prayers yesterday, and then we had some very telltale signs that the prayers were being listened and heard. So that was lovely.
that's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure, Pooja, no problem, hon. Okay, so now this is interesting because I don't want to mention this. Okay, I have two more things that I want to say. So next thing is release your resistance.
Okay. Don't fight it.
Well, it's the way we are built,
Hmm.
right? And we are responsible and we're accountable and we have things that we've got to do and we're busy and we want to know the answer, and we usually operate under the assumption that we will have an answer or have a plan at least, right?
Yeah.
Or some kind of guideline, some kind of outline at least. Yep. No, when it
I
comes
get
to
that.
this, the plan is to develop and strengthen your intuition. That's really the end of the plan, right? And what I'm trying to say is, don't live in the outcome. Don't live in where you think it's going to go or what you think it. Just keep working with it. Keep playing with it. Keep trusting it. Keep testing it. All of that kind of stuff, right?
Hmm.
Absolutely, Yvonne. I got you, love. All right. So try not to resist it. And that also means second guessing it. So if you said, "Ooh, there's a lady on the bus stop," I don't know why, but I just feel like she's got a really great sense of humor. And then you both get on the bus and she like starts barking at her friend on the phone or something. Don't go, "Oh, well, I guess my intuition." Don't do that. Don't do that, right? Because I mean, it's okay. The point is, you don't actually know that she doesn't have a good sense of humor because you've only like met her for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So don't get too far ahead of yourself. It is an exercise. That's all it is. Of course, you can read books and watch videos and all of that kind of jazz. But the other thing that I wanted to say, if I can find it, because now I just lost it. Spending time in nature is a great way to also help yourself because it really helps to ground you and keep you centered and keep you serene and peaceful, right? Where is it? Oh, okay, here we go. Train your intuition. Train it,
Yeah. Like an
okay?
exercise.
Right? So you can study intuition in a formal classroom setting. There's online programs. There is literally called a place called the Academy of Intuition Medicine.
Oh,
And so,
cool. I never
you
knew
can
that.
read books, you can train it by using the cards. The point that I'm trying to make is all of these exercises are training,
Hmm.
right? They are strengthening. And I encourage you all. I mean, there's breath work that you can do, there's physical exercise, eating right, proper sleep hygiene routine. There's like, honestly, there's like 20 things that you can do. Work with it and trust it. Don't be negative. You have to come from a high vibrational state in order for that connection to be open. Dreams are an excellent, excellent, excellent way to sort of get to know, almost like in a relationship sort of sense, of how your intuition actually works. When you go to sleep at night, you can say, send me a message. Mom, I would like to hear from you tonight. You go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and before you do anything, get on your phone and record it or write it down in your journal. What do you remember? If a message comes through and you're not sure what it means, if it's unclear, say, Mom, could you clarify? I was a bit confused by that one part. And do it that way. When you go to sleep, there's no resistance and you're totally zen. Well, unless you're flopping around like a fish, you know what I mean? But it's a great way to do it. Right.
Yeah. And like, I think going to bed, kind of having like a nice little wind down routine where you like get in that calm state and you're not going to bed like thinking about what am I going to do the next day and what did I not get done today?
100%.
Yeah, just clearing that mind, kind of like meditation, but.
So now Madison, in full disclosure, did not bring her cards with her because she's moving, but that's okay. Because what we're going to do is I'm going to pull cards and you're going to help me read them.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy is all the way from Australia. We did a cool show on Friday about the Church of Scientology.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Patty is here. Patty is saying, can you give me a message from my guide? All right. No pressure.
Yeah. This is really going to work the muscle. I've got to practice my shuffle. You've got it down.
Well, that's another thing, right? I gotta do a show on that, like an actual real.
I would love that.
Problem is it would take so long, but I want to do a show on that because I want to bring this up. So I was in a chat a couple of weeks ago, and someone had said that they had watched some video or heard about some video or whatever, and this person that was doing the video was saying, like, if you don't do this, then you're not a good reader or you're not a real reader. And if you don't shuffle this way and if you listen to music and like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, I mean, for entertainment purposes only, take my message with a grain of salt, but you do you.
Yeah.
If you have a set of ethics and you have a set of, sort of personal guidelines that you work with, you have a basic knowledge of, the cards or the topic in which you're throwing cards on. There's no right way or wrong way to throw tarot or oracle cards. There's no right or wrong way to shuffle. There's no right or wrong way.
There's no right or wrong way to feel. And I feel like that's what
exactly.
It's all about. So
I'm glad that you said that. Literally 18,000 cards just came out just to get one out. I don't know why my nose is running. I'm so sorry for sniffling. All right, here we go. One more card. Okay. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I don't know if my allergies or what. Okay, so the first card that I got out were oracle cards, but I'm going to give you my tarot cards, okay? So the first card that I've got, Patty, is this lovely card of catnip. And this is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is about standing in your truth, right? It's about being maybe even outspoken a little bit, but really like knowing who you are and not ashamed to like, stand your ground when you feel it necessary. I've got the Devil card coming out next. So the Devil card, and everyone always just like, oh, the Devil card. Devil card doesn't have to be bad, right? The Devil card is often about negative addictions. So, think in terms of, low self-esteem, reoccurring behavioral patterns, like I cannot get out of my own way. I keep getting in my own way. I keep repeating that same behavior, right? Maybe you're doing some self-sabotaging, for example, and no matter how much work you've done on yourself in that department, you always sort of, when things get tough, you always sort of revert back to that. That's the kind of vibe I'm picking up. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Wands. King of Wands is charismatic. They are passionate. They are going after it, whatever it is that they want to do. They're great entrepreneurial spirits. They're great creative people. They're excellent communicators. So I feel like you have the drive. I feel like you have desire. I feel like you are inspired. I'm so sorry. It's so ignorant. I apologize. But I don't feel like you are aware that you have that kind of power. And what's interesting is the first two cards that I pulled. Now, here we'll get Madison to, I'm going to change the screen just a wee bit, okay, hon?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to work. Never mind. There we go.
Of course.
So the first card that I've got is the Panther Spirit.
Okay.
Okay. And this is protect your power, or reclaim your power.
Mm-hmm.
Master number 44 on that.
Strong
And
numbers.
the second card I've got is peace.
So like finding that inner strength and that belief, I feel, is almost what's the missing piece to getting towards more peace.
That's my niece, everybody. Well done, Maddie girl. So that's exactly what I would have said, right? This is about opening up your heart, lifting that vibration, and focusing on what's happening here as opposed to out there. Right?
Yeah.
It's
Before
like you've got to see the beauty that we are all seeing. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Before you even pulled cards, I was just kind of like, what's the feeling that's coming up when I see this question and this name? And I kind of just thought like a feeling of just being reserved. Like the word reserved came to mind, and just kind of like keeping to yourself, which is really interesting because then your cards kind of were speaking to that as well, which is that you're not maybe just keeping to yourself too much and not fulfilling that full potential.
Love that.
There you go.
I hope that resonates. Patty, thank you so much for the question, and I wish you many blessings. All right. Hi, Hershey. Hi, Liz. Sorry if I missed anybody. Hi, Vivian. Okay. So Nancy Riker says, my dad visited can you tell me his message? Absolutely. I will do my very best.
Yeah.
And I love, by the way, that you just did that. That was awesome. That you tuned into her name and her question and got that vibe. Yes, I got you, JR.
Just went for the feelings, just following the feelings.
I love that.
I think that's my intuition's a bit more of a feeling than a hearing or seeing or smelling.
Right now, that's what it might be.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now,
that's what it might level up again.
Yeah. Got the Three of Swords coming out, Nancy. That's the first card that's popping out. So heartbreak, opportunity to heal. Seven of Wands coming out, feeling challenged in some way, needing to really center yourself and sort of ground yourself, get aligned, I want to say, right? Getting hot. Oh my God, my nose is running. I'm getting hot. Four of Pentacles, holding on a little bit too tight. I'm not sure if you're worried about money. Yeah, I got it, Vivian. I'm not sure if you're worried about money, but it's like you're holding on really, really tight. Sort of like keeping your cards close to your chest, right? And I get that. It's like sort of saving for a rainy day, but you still gotta live, right? Because do you know what I mean? And I don't know why I'm even adding that part, but it feels important to say that. Got the Star card on the bottom of the deck. It's about having faith. It's about believing. It's about trusting. It's about knowing that you are protected, working on that connection to spirit, which I sort of feel like your dad's like, I'm here. I am here. I'll put an oracle card for you, Nancy. We've got surrendering to the journey, release control. So
Yeah,
literally,
like you were saying, holding things too tight.
it's okay. You got this. You're okay. Gonna make me cry, Nancy. God.
Oh, I think it's a message of
It's
like
total love.
protection and
Yeah.
reassurance.
I feel like dad wants you to just be happy and to live your very best life and not like sort of like, I feel like you're white knuckling it almost a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you're holding on really, really tight for something. That's what I got for you, Nancy. I hope that resonates. Hope it helps some. Thank you so much for being here and asking the question. I wish you many blessings. Liz says, I need a message from spirit on my love life. Girlfriend, I am here for that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, Gypsy JJ. Okay. Isn't this fun, Maddie?
Yeah, I love it.
Well, no, that's kind of cool, right?
No, definitely. I love the questions coming in. And even on the last one, I might add that I felt like I kept hearing the word, like, you've lost your spunk, like you've lost your
Nice.
you, that like feeling of who you are. So I don't know if that resonates, but just thought I'd throw it in there.
No, but yeah, do it. Sorry. It's like I pretend like you're not here.
No.
My darling Liz. Oh, you're very welcome, Nancy.
Ooh, here's one flying out.
Totally makes sense. You got something to say. I know you do. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I just heard the cards flying out and I was just like,
Oh.
oh, what do we got going?
Okay. So
Not yet, maybe.
I'm feeling something, but the cards aren't matching that. But the cards are saying something different.
What are you feeling?
I feel like restrictions because of the past, like that it's like you've got a list almost, and you're looking for like pure perfection because you were hurt in the past, and so you're trying to avoid that in the future. Of course, nobody wants to get hurt. Totally respect that. Totally get it. Totally understand it. But don't like overlist it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to say dumb it down, but like you have to be flexible is where I was going. Now, the cards are talking about the feeling of what I'm describing.
Like defeated?
Yeah, totally defeated. But in an emotional way. Mm-hmm. So we've got the 10 of Wands. Now that's the energy coming in from the past, right? You've come in from this horrible, awful sort of vibe, and you know, you're a little bit broken, you're a little bit wounded, right? With the 10 of Wands. You've got the 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is heartbreak, it's sorrow, but it's also an opportunity to start to heal. And I think that you have. I think that you've done the work. I think that you've put in the time, which is lovely. The last card that I've got is the 5 of Pentacles. So The Five of Pentacles, looking for support, feeling left out, not sure where you fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as I'm on the doorstep and I'm ringing the doorbell. And it's like hailing out, it's snowing out, it's like minus 30. You're like, hello, is anyone? I know I can see you through the window. Open the door. Let me in.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just
that
getting that whole
isolated
vibe,
or something.
like you don't know really what it is that you want specifically, even though you have this list. I just feel like you want to can one of the moderators look after that, please? I just feel like you want it so bad, you know what I mean, because you feel like that's what you're missing. I think you're going to get what you feel like you're missing, which is the lovely part.
Oh,
Two of Cups, emotions, relationships, joy, blessings, harmony, unity. So someone is headed for you that is going to do this for you, that is going to bring this sort of feeling of heart connectedness back to you. And then I want to show you what comes after that is the Two of Pentacles, which is bringing balance to your life. Your scales will be tipped as they should be. And below that, we have the King of Pentacles. So you possibly might be meeting an earth sign.
Oh.
So look for an earth sign. Pulled an oracle card and we've got security. And that's what I think that this relationship is representative of for you and to you. So you are looking for security, right? Someone to confide in, someone to lean on, someone to appreciate while they're appreciating you. Do you understand what I mean? I think it represents security to you, and I think that you're going to find exactly what you're looking for, as long as you are more open to it. That's the whole ticket here. You just got to be more open to it. I hope that makes sense. What'd you get, Maddie girl?
Yeah, I was feeling kind of something related to the connectedness, like you were saying, like of the security and the support and wanting somebody to just be there for you, with you, and that you were kind of like on the outside of that right now, but you really badly want that, and it's just knowing how to get there is like there's like a barrier there. I think the idea of just being more open, like you said, and maybe understanding specifically what you want, maybe which is that security and that connectedness, will be more helpful to help you continue.
Awesome. I was just checking to make sure that we handled that situation. Thank you, Liz, for being here and asking the question. I wish you many blessings. All right, we've got Jessica Lynn up next. Jessica says, "May I have a message from my spirit team?" Well, all right, since you asked so nice.
Getting dark in here.
What's that?
It's getting dark in here. The sun's going down.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what is happening. I think like spirit's doing it to me. Honestly.
I was just gonna say it's another way to communicate with you or something.
It's crazy. All right, so Jessica, I have these lovely cards for you. First of all, we have the elves and playfulness. We have wise woman of the grove and grace. And we have spirit guardian of summer and expansion.
Wow, those are beautiful.
So I feel like if you tap into this, the innocence, the sort of naivety of it all, like it doesn't have to be so cut and dried, so serious all the time. You can step outside the box. let your hair down, go to the beat of your own drum and have a little bit of fun. It's totally okay.
Your inner child, listen to that.
Absolutely. And
that voice.
the playfulness of this, the joy that will bring you, the laughter, the happiness, the vibration will be lifted. And that's when that expansion is going to really occur. I literally feel like you're gonna. It's like if you went outside and you got a suntan and you came inside and you were like, "Wow, I got a lot of sun today." You know what I mean? You start doing this. Like I feel like you're gonna be able to see it on your face, like the happiness, the joy. You're gonna feel it, and I think that this grace part is more about what that feeling is going to do for you. It's really going to elevate you in a way that it's like, when you get yourself ready to go wherever and you're like, damn, good. Like, it's not like you're surprised, but you're like, wow, that turned out really good. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I feel like you're going to feel it. Like, I really feel like you're going to feel it.
You'll just walk a little taller and you'll just feel a little lighter is the feeling I'm getting.
Isn't that beautiful?
Those are really good.
Honestly, friends. Bye, Chrissy. Have a good day.
Bye.
Chrissy's in Australia, so it's like 8 in there. She's getting ready probably for work or for her coffee or something. Thank you so much, Jessica, for asking the question. Thank you for being here. Wish you many blessings. We've got JR, then Sonia, then Mystery Caller, then Pooja, then Ivana, then Vivian. And we are closed for questions now. So, JR, can I get a reading from my guides? Sure, we can do that. Can't we, Maddie?
Yes, of course.
Oh, thanks, Jessica. I hope that it resonates.
Like an intuition boot camp right now.
Intuition boot camp. That's what I should have called it. I love it.
Which is kind of funny because Nanny used to always joke about me going out to her house for the summer for boot camp.
That's right, Nanny boot camp.
Nanny boot camp.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about that for a hot minute. How fun was that?
So fun. Learn how to be on your best behavior all the time.
Right? Yeah. Listen, we could tell stories, but then my Nanny would not come out in such shining colors, would she?
Yeah.
You phone your mom and you're like, Mom, we haven't eaten. It's 8:00 at night.
Yes.
What do I do?
We do. Make some B&J.
You were just, how old were you when that happened? You were just like wee little. You couldn't have been more than 7?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Who goes to their grandmother's house and has to call their parents because they're starving to death? Like that is not how it goes when you go to grandma's house.
She was just having some fun. She forgot.
Nanny's in the garage and the water was put on for pasta and now there's no water left in the pot, Mommy.
It's all evaporated.
Listen, it happened to Mommy and me too, so you weren't the only ones. But yeah, I remember your mom telling me one phone call specifically where you phoned, but you had done your homework before you phoned. You had already looked around to see what there was to eat, and you were telling your mom for your mom to tell you how to cook it. I think there was chicken fingers or chicken nuggets or something involved. That's just
I got it, Mom. Just tell me how to do it.
Right? That's just too funny.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful cards. Beautiful. All right, JR, you ready? It was a weird thing to say. I don't know why I said that. Are you ready? Oh, beautiful. Okay. Got the Magician. So the Magician is about using all the resources of the tarot, right? The pentacles, the wands or the rods, depending on what you want to call them, right? The swords, the cups. It's using all of those resources. It's also about manifestation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Using the resources that you have to manifest your heart's desires, right? You've got the Strength card coming out, tapping into your inner strength and your inner courage. That's what's going to help you. That's your ticket. We've got the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck, goals, vision, expansion. So whatever it is that you want, manifest, stay courageous and strong, and you'll be right on the doorstep of them.
Yeah, I feel like you may have been unsure of that, but there's a message just to tell you, don't be unsure anymore.
Yeah. This card here says, this is a blessing in disguise, card number 33. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control.
Wow.
What will come is far better than you dared to dream.
Wow. Those are some great cards.
Right?
Very encouraging.
JR, you know I know, hun. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going. You got this. You got this. You got this. All right. Thank you very much for asking the question, JR. I wish you many blessings, my friend. I'm very proud of all the work that you put in. Don't stop. You're going far, and it's going to pay off in the most amazing way for you. I want to say that Liz says, so Jessica Lynn says, beautiful messages. Thank you. Liz says, makes sense, Kel. I was going through a heartbreak and I'm still trying to heal from that. Yay, Two of Cups. Yes, I'm looking for security. Thank you for the feedback, Liz. It's most appreciated. All right, Tanya says, can you look to see if I'm working in the other realm at night, please? And thank you. Oh, she says, thank you, Kel and Madison.
Oh.
Blessings, Liz, blessings. Can you look to see if you're working in the other realm at night? You're most welcome, JR. JR is one of my very first subscribers ever.
Aw.
Been with me this whole time. I mean, lots of people have been with me for a long time, but it's always nice.
Yes, of course.
I feel something is happening, but I'm not sure if that's what it is. I feel like you've been on some sort of a journey, though.
I was just kept thinking like a dreamer, like a daydreamer, or like adventures and like kind of, I don't know. That's the.
Well, no, but you're right on. I think you're right on the money. Yeah. So the first card I got out is the Justice card, right? So, karma, truth, trying to restore the balance. Got the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia, thinking back, innocence, naivety, childlike sort of inner child. You could be doing some visiting your childhood in terms of like a healing sort of vibe. You've got the Page of Wands coming out. This is all about being inspired, motivated. There's a lot of creativity with wands, and so I would be encouraging you, if you don't already do this, Sonia, to draw. Almost like draw what you dreamt, right? To see if there's anything that comes out of that drawing that speaks to you. We've got the High Priestess, which is, the secrecy, dreams, illusions, kind of like, think foggy and misty. It's also about having patience. So I feel like there's some sort of a healing journey happening. There's something that you have been working on, something that you've been working through. When I said that you're on a journey, it's possible that you're visiting, like almost like time traveling to another place or transporting yourself to another place in your sleep, and then coming back. Does that make sense to you? Let me know, Sonia. The last card that I've got is Purification, which is beautiful. Think you are my sunshine. Sunflowers are the sign and symbol of friendship and joy. And I think that this journey is doing some sort of a cleansing, like it's healing you. But I would encourage you to draw or write in a journal about whatever your dreams are, and allow yourself to sort of get lost in those details to be able to continue that healing process, while you're awake, if that makes sense. Hi, Kenzie. How are you, honey bunny? We've got them both here. Yay!
Yay! She should come in my room.
Right? You could just come next door.
I think she's right on the other side of the wall. So
let's put a glass up. Let's listen. No, I'm kidding.
Hello.
Thank you, Sonia, for being here. Thank you for asking the question. I wish you many blessings, my dear. I hope that helped a little bit. All right. Here we go. Mr. Color says, question, 28 years a body worker. The practice isn't going well right now. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm afraid it's my energy causing all this. Stay with body work or do something else. Advice from guides. I feel you're stuck. Which could be, that could be obvious from the question, but I literally feel like you're stuck. Like blocked up somehow. So I don't know if I'm going to get anything, but let's see if I get why you're stuck. Oh, you're welcome. Yep, stuck.
Defeated, maybe.
Yeah, it sort of feels like you keep banging into a corner and then just keep like boom.
Yeah.
Like banging your head against the wall. It's an interesting card. I had two cards fly out immediately, and I'm just looking over at the one that flipped up, and I'm like, well, that's an interesting card.
Wow.
Okay. Is this because someone betrayed you? Or you feel like someone betrayed you? Mr. Color? You sense that something, you're in conflict with someone. Something is, what is happening to my nose?
Maybe you're going to level up and have smelling.
Okay. Because that's what I'm getting. I need an oracle card here.
Could it be conflict with yourself? Like two different energies?
I mean, it could be, but this is a lot of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
It's conflict and betrayal, but I'll show you what I've got here in a moment. I just want to pull another card. Now, when I say that, it doesn't have to be that that's how it is. That's what you're feeling. That's what you're sensing. Like you feel that. Yeah. Okay. So the first card that I've got is the Knight of Cups, right? This is why I asked specifically if you were being betrayed by someone. This is a lovely energy on its own. It's a lovely energy, right? It's like the knight in shining armor kind of energy. It is the energy of being a little too sensitive, but not intentional, not in a bad way. It is the energy of being in love with the idea of being in love, but not necessarily about the commitment and all the other parts of the relationship that come with it, You've got the Seven of Swords. This is deceit, it's betrayal, it's sometimes, caution, looking over your shoulder. You may feel slightly paranoid. And I'm not saying that you have no reason to. I'm just saying this is the energy of this card, right? The Seven of Swords can also be about being very stealth, sort of flying under the radar, right? So like, you know about it. It's not like you're blindsided by it. You know it, but you're just sort of like being very strategic, I want to say, if that makes sense. Because I'm sort of getting that a little bit, but not a lot. So then we've got the Death and Rebirth card. Okay. So that tells me that this situation, this feeling that you have, is going away. It's going away. It's going to end. You have an opportunity to start a new cycle. Perfect. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. That's the conflict, right? So you've got betrayal and conflict. Below the Five of Wands in the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. Inspiration, creativity, communication, enlightenment. Something is going to happen. Something is just going to present itself, and you're going to be like, oh, okay, I got this now. We've got Valiant Courage. Take action with passion. Take action with passion. Listen to your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Do what is best for you. Stand in your power. Stand in your truth. Put your boundaries up and go get them. When I say go get them, I mean look after you. Like, don't let anyone do that to you. Right? Don't let anyone get inside your head, tell you that you're not worthy, that you can't, that you're not allowed to, whatever. Yes, you can. Go do it. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? She's like, yay. Conflicted. So she said yes, conflicted within, yes, betrayal, isn't it? Don't think. Wonderful. Thank you. Yeah. You know, it could be self-sabotage.
I was going to say that, I was going to say betrayal within too. Like, it doesn't have to be betrayal the way you traditionally think of it.
Yeah, it could be self-sabotage where you're almost creating a situation where there is no situation. Now, I will tell you that normally in that situation, I would get the Moon card come out, but hey, whatever resonates for you, however it works for you, that's what I got, right? When you do that, you know, like I have anxiety panic disorder, and when I do that, I can get seriously paranoid to the point where I actually think that people are out to get me. That is not, I mean, even though, yes, it's in my head, but I legit think it's happening out there. Right? So, however it resonates for you, I thank you kindly for asking the question, and I wish you the best of luck, of course, and I wish you many blessings. All right. We are almost at the end. Yay. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If anyone wants to book a private reading with me, that information is in the description box below the video. It is done by donation, so whatever you can afford. And like I said, Wednesday I'm back at 2 p.m. with Gerald from Tarot Stash.
What are you doing again on Tuesday?
On Wednesday, we're just, it's cards and chat. So we don't really have a plan. It's kind of like whatever the heck happens.
Love it. Let's go with the feels.
Well, Gerald, as you know, you met him at my birthday. He's very funny, and, you know, he's the one with the fan.
Yes.
So
you just
never know what's going to happen.
I love it.
You never know what might happen. Oh my God, what is going on? Speaking of never knowing what's happening.
What's happening with the nose?
Unless I'm allergic to my office, look out.
Yeah.
Wow. These are some awesome cards. Okay. May I know general energy coming? Kelly, if you could, please pull me some tea leaves. Oh, you want the tea leaves card, Sonia? I can do that for you. Bear with me.
Oh, that's beautiful what Sonia said. Good afternoon.
Yes, not sure. I hardly remember dreaming, but I did the other night. I will try drawing. You said sunflower, and the other day had red. That brought my sister through, and a sunflower. Aw. Oh, that's lovely, Sonia. And that's so interesting because I got the 6 of Cups, didn't I? The childhood, the nostalgia, the thinking back.
There you go. It's getting really dark in my room. I apologize.
It's all good.
The sun was set now, and
they don't have lights. No, okay.
There's no lamp here because all my stuff is everywhere.
Right. Okay, so Pooja specifically asked for these cards, which are the tea leaf cards. So we've got V for victory. And this card says victory in some endeavor. So success is coming your way. We have a month here of April is significant to you in some way. Maybe it's a birthday or an anniversary or the birth of a child or something. We have the dog barking. That is advice from a friend. You also have the month of June. So that could be significant to you in some way. The 3 cards that I got for you, kind of crazy. We've got your higher self. You've got security. And you've got spirit guides. So I feel like they're all around you.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of light around you.
I feel like they are all around you. I feel like they're watching you. I feel like they're protecting you. I would be interested to know if you have like any synchronicities that you're seeing at home, in terms of numbers, you're smelling perfumes, something like that. Something is happening. Something is definitely happening in terms of they're trying to let you know that they are with you and that they're watching over you is what I want to say. They want you to feel safe. They want you to feel protected, and they're trying to sort of let you know that they're around you. That's what I'm getting. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for asking Pooja the question, and thank you for being here. I wish you many blessings. All right, Vivian, and then Miss Ivana. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously. And I don't have any more
tissues.
This is like the worst thing. You see numbers every now and then since your spiritual awakening started? Okay. Yeah. Like colors, smells, perfumes, all of that kind of stuff can be happening. All right, for Miss Vivian, you're very welcome, Pooja. So something to consider if you're seeing synchronistic numbers, like, okay, dimes, pennies, change, look up the year on the dime, for example. Numerologically, work it out, right? Where you take the number and you reduce it down to a single digit. You keep adding and you reduce it down to a single digit, unless it's a master number, which is 11, 22, 33, 44. And then look it up and see what that number means, and see if anything in that with the numerology resonates with you. Could be significant to like a month of a birthday or whatever, right?
I do that every time now, ever since you told me that.
And it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, remember, amazing. It is amazing how it always resonates somehow.
Always, yeah. Oh,
1122 keeps chasing me. Okay,
I
so
could,
1111 or 111 is like an opportunity. A window is opening for you to really sort of connect to, almost like level up, if you will. And 222 is, my understanding of 222 is protection,
yeah, I
which
saw
makes sense.
1122 a lot last summer, which I feel like was, if you're describing level ups, I think that was a level up, and now I'm at a different level up. So there you go.
There's also ways to figure out, like your name means something, your name and your birthday means something.
Oh, that's
And like when you break it down to in numerology, right? It's so interesting. I could go on, but I won't.
yeah.
We could
Another,
do a show on that.
yeah.
Do a show on that. All right. I'll pull one more card because what? Madison's gone from day to light, or day to.
I know. I went from beautiful rainbow light all over me. Now it's completely dark.
I love this for you, Vivian. Love this for you. Okay. So the first card that we have is your vibration is rising.
Beautiful.
This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. We have the maple spirit and generosity, which I personally believe is one of the best things that you can do in terms of increasing your vibration. When you come from a place of love and kindness and generosity, right? Compassion, joy, and also blessings and gratitude.
Yeah.
Sort of incorporate all of those things, and it really does shift your perspective, and then your sort of joy factor increases, which is what increases your vibration, for me. But I see that here in these cards. The next card we got this already tonight. We've got 44 in the Panther Spirit. Reclaim your power. So if something has, sort of made you feel less than, I don't think it was a big thing. I think it might be just like a little sort of drip in the bucket, something, a little obstacle in the way. I want to, this is so stupid, like get back on the horse. It totally doesn't apply, but like you got to say what comes to you, right? So
Yeah.
It feels very much like a push the stool moment. Like today is the day I'm taking it back. I'm taking control back. It feels very much like that. Like you're totally ready. I've got cleansing waters, which I love this card. It's so pretty. Purification activates vibrant life force. So water is a great thing to purify, to cleanse, to heal, and also to restore and rejuvenate, right? Standing in the shower, letting the water, sort of drain off of you, taking all the toxins and the negativity away from that day down the drain. Watch it. Say something while it's doing it, right? You can listen to the sound of the ocean in, one of those videos or a machine, or you can literally have a water fountain at your home where you can feel the water, right? Feel the vibration, the tide coming in, the tide going out, the little sort of rippling sounds. All of those things are very restorative, very cleansing, right? If you can, go swimming. Just allow yourself. There's a lot of people that take like moon baths, right? Some people take baths outside under the moonlight, or some people will just store water underneath, like distilled or spring water in a container, and stick it out under the moonlight to absorb the power of the moon, and then they use that to drink. That's something that you could do. All of those things are really just helping, think of it flowing. The emotions are flowing, right? Freely. There's no resistance. There's no stop. There's no obstacle. There's no challenge. They're just flowing effortlessly and easily. And I'm looking at this card as I'm saying that, and it just looks like it's just all very like everything's moving, which is lovely. Right? There's no blocks.
I'm almost feeling like a flower blooming, like it just happens so slow, like it's even slowly, but it's not effortful really. It's just this gradual, beautiful buildup to flower.
Oh, bye, Sonia. I didn't even see Sonia go. All right, Ivana is last up. Vivian, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for asking the question. We wish you many blessings. All right, Miss Ivana, very patient. September for Miss Ivana. Last question of the night. All right. Hello.
Really dark in here now.
When the cards fall out, the cards really fall out. Okay, we start out with the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups. Our emotions. Oh, you are still here. Oh, blessings. Our emotions are, sort of overflowing. Our cup runneth over, I want to say, in a good way, right? We have the King of Cups here. So the emotions really are
flowing.
The emotions really are there. We've got the Six of Water and Six of Cups. So whether you're thinking about someone from your past, thinking about your childhood, there's a little bit of nostalgia. I don't know if you had like a family reunion, or you're thinking about a family reunion, maybe had a dream about a family member that had passed, something. There's just a lot of, it doesn't feel bad. It feels really beautiful. It doesn't feel like it's pulling you down. It feels like it's like you're loving that whole vibe. We've got the Strength card as your outcome, which is lovely. And I feel like it's just letting you know, like you're fine, like you're okay. You know what I mean? I feel like you're going on a bit of a, like this. And so you might have an up moment, you might have a down moment, but I think it's not upsetting you or hurting you. It's just a lot of emotions, if that makes sense. Oh, okay.
Aww.
We've got the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So you literally said, really flowing with the energy, I'm thinking about my direction moving forward. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Go with how you feel.
You feel the flow.
Not with what you think. You got the Hanged Man underneath that. Want to give yourself a moment to sort of catch your breath, right? And think about what you want rather than what should you do.
Mm-hmm. That's big.
I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, love. Hi, Laura. All right, last card of the night. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
There's a beautiful sunset at my window right now.
We have Resilient. Look at that card. Resilient.
Oh.
May your soul weather the storms. Resilient.
How fitting.
Right? remember, like this, I'm trying to make a joke of Anna. I'm like, remember the strength card, and I'm like, right, this is the garlic card. So, Madison, how was that for you?
Awesome. That was great. I really felt like we were kind of working in tandem there.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, that was awesome.
I will tell you that it was more fun for me than it was for you, and you probably wouldn't believe me, but it was.
Oh, I just love having like a little space to just kind of try and practice. And it's because you only do it on yourself. And then it's like, I don't know. Do I just know myself too well? Like,
Yeah.
It's fun.
But you know what's really neat? On a personal note, thank you, Ivana, by the way, for staying and being so patient, for asking the question. I wish you many blessings, my friend. Hi, Marcia Green. So I want to say to you, Madison, that as your aunt, nothing thrills me more than being able to share this space with you, that you are totally okay with it, that you're totally into it, and being able to sit here and do this, like it's working. I can feel the bounce, the energy off of us. Like best day ever, kind of.
Oh, you're so
like
cute.
It's just awesome. I love it.
It was so fun. I feel like it's nice to have a safe space to do it and just feel welcomed and understood and loved.
Absolutely.
So thank you to everybody, and thank you to you.
Of course. I'm your aunt. You don't have to thank me. Part of my job, girlfriend. No.
Well, you do a very good job at being the best aunt. So
I'll send you a check tomorrow. No.
No.
All right, friends. I will see you guys on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Until then, have yourselves a great day. Please make sure that we send our thoughts and prayers to all of the first responders and all of the people that are being affected, either directly or indirectly, by this crazy weather that we are experiencing around the globe. The wildfires, the hurricanes, the flash flooding, the extraordinary heat that the Texas and for example is receiving. There's so many people that need some extra love and some extra energy, and we happen to be a pretty powerful collective. So let's do that. Let's send them our love and our prayers and hope that they are all safe. And Laura says, are you all related? I take it. My niece, this is my niece. Yes, we are related. Yeah. So want to say anything else before we go?
No, just thank you to everybody for all the love and very positive energy.
Yay. All right, everybody, have yourselves a great night, and we will see you again when we see you next. Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye,
guys.